taking advantage of it. And people are becoming more expectant that you will have a mobile friendly website that they can find information about your business and contact you using a good mobile site on their phone. Okay, so 67% of consumers now say that a mobile friendly site makes me more likely to buy a product or use a service. 61% say if I don't see what I'm looking for right away on a mobile site, I'll quickly move on to another site. So it's really important that you are considering the mobile consumer and how you reach them. And mobile ads make this easy. Okay, so you can see here on a mobile phone here, on a smartphone, somebody did a search for Comcast, and on the top there are a couple of ads placed by Comcast that have the phone number listed right below it, and all the person on the smartphone has to do is click on that ad, and it'll pop up a little box that says, oh, you'd like to call that number to call Comcast. So it's very, very easy for the person to see that ad and respond and get in touch with your business. So let's talk about some best practices for mobile search ads. So first, you've got to build a mobile-friendly website. Okay? If you don't have a mobile-friendly website, you're going to turn away just as many people as you attract. It's kind of a waste of money. So create a mobile-friendly website first. The good news is that's very simple and fast to do. Second, bid higher during peak traffic hours, okay, when customers are nearby. So if you're a restaurant and you're trying to get people in during lunch, well, you're going to want to adjust your bids, your advertising bids, to make them a little bit higher during that time period, because that's when the competition will be highest as well. So you want to make sure that your ads are getting shown during that busy time. And then custom messaging. So cater your ads to the specific mobile browsers that people are using. Okay, so the fact that they are on the phone, the fact that they are mobile, you can write ads to address the needs of that mobile consumer. So in the case that I suggest here, buy on your phone, you can let somebody know that you have a mobile website that will allow them to go ahead and make the purchase right then and there, which can be very attractive to a consumer. More and more purchases are happening from their mobile devices. Okay, so that's mobile ads. This is an advertising opportunity that most small local businesses are definitely not taking advantage of, but the numbers are just massive. So it's something that if you can jump on now, you can get a real competitive advantage. All right, tactic number 5, Facebook contests. 80% of all internet users have entered at least one contest in the past 12 months. That's pretty amazing. But, you hear about kind of the gamification of business, as they call it. People love to participate in games and contests. So this can be a really, really fun way to engage your prospects and customers. And you can see at the bottom here that more than 50% participate in contests every single month. Okay, so people are pretty addicted to contests. And the good thing is contests are pretty easy to set up on Facebook, and you can get just massive viral exposure in your market using these contests. So you can have a lot of fun with them, and your prospects and consumers can have a lot of fun too. So let's talk about some best practices for Facebook contests. One, you want to plan and promote this just like you would any other advertising campaign. I mean, you can launch a Facebook contest for next to no money, and if you're being really thrifty about it, I mean, you can do it for free. So but that doesn't mean that you don't want to put the same amount of planning and thought into it that you would if you were, doing a paid ad in your local newspaper that was going to cost you a lot of money, okay? This is a fantastic opportunity, so you want to put some time into thinking through how you're going to plan it and promote it using press releases, email campaigns, in-store campaigns, letting friends and family know however you can do it to get attention to that contest. Mix and match types. So there's a variety of types of contests that you can have out there that are very effective. You can have your prospects and customers or users of your Facebook page to submit photos or videos or add captions to photos. You could do quizzes and trivia contests and games and things like that. So there's a lot of variety out there, and if you're going to do these on a regular basis, mix them up so that the users experience something new and it really kind of keeps their attention. And then keep it simple and offer a prize. Okay, a prize will, really get people excited about a contest. It's amazing what you can get people to do for a pretty darn expensive prize. In this case, it's a 32 gig iPad 2. That's a pretty cool prize. And they're not horribly expensive, but $600 roughly to get one of those. But man, I tell you what, just giving away coupons, just giving away free T-shirts, things like that. It's amazing what people will do to just get some freebies. So come up with some good creative prizes that you can offer in your Facebook contest. All right. Tactic number 6, daily deals. One of my favorites. I'm sure everybody has heard of Groupon and Living Social. These companies that literally just exploded onto the scene, right? I mean, it was just a handful of years ago that Groupon didn't even exist, and then it seemed like overnight they grew to $1 billion in revenue, and in fact, they were the fastest company in history to go from zero to $1 billion in revenue. Just absolutely amazing. And consumers love daily deals, right? We love a deal. So spending on daily deals is reaching $3.9 billion by 2015. It's a huge number, and it's just gone, so fast. So with Groupon, Living Social, they have these massive lists of consumers in your market. So by tapping into these sites, you can really drive a lot of exposure for your business and a lot of sales for your business. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard a lot of negative things about using daily deals. Like you attract bad customers and it's not profitable, you waste your money. Well, I'm telling you that in almost all cases where people have had a bad experience, it's just because they're not familiar with some of the overall strategies to help make daily deals effective and profitable at your business. So, an experienced daily deal marketer can show you specific strategies to make sure that a deal is profitable for you. Also, I have to say that these sites have come a long way since they first came out into the marketplace and got a ton of buzz. They've put a lot more features into their platform to make it easier for you to control some of the dynamics and financials of the deal that you create. So these are just amazing vehicles to get massive exposure for your business. So let's talk about some best practices for daily deals. One, as I was just mentioning, just do your deal on do your homework on how to structure your deal for maximum profits. You've got to get the pricing right. You should have a good follow-up process to continue to market to those customers once they come in and visit your business. And look for that lifetime value of the customer. So there's a handful of things that you can do there to make sure that you're making these deals very profitable. Deliver the goods. Ensure your business is ready for the surge of new customers. A lot of the negative things that you heard about daily deals was these businesses that literally just got overrun by the number of people who took advantage of the deal and then came to the business. It had, in a lot of cases, a devastating impact on these young new businesses that didn't know how to handle just that massive volume of new customers. So you've got to make sure you're ready to really deliver. And then, as I mentioned before, have a retention strategy. Have a plan for converting these one-time deal buyers into long-term loyal customers, okay? And that means, having follow-up direct mail campaigns, email campaigns, SMS messaging. There's a number of different ways that you can do that, but you want to make sure that you're keeping in touch with these people and bringing them back over time. All right. On to tactic number 7, your last one. Thank you for your time and attention again. Tactic number 7 is just good old fresh, useful content that you're putting out into the marketplace. Okay? We've become a society of consumers of information online. People just love to consume all kinds of different information, whether that's information in the form of pictures, videos, articles, infographics. We love information. And content, then, creating that information becomes one of the most effective ways to market your business. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, because people like it, but two, also because search engines like it. Search engines like to see that you've got good content. And if you're creating good, fresh content on a regular basis, the search engines will reward you with higher rankings. So, I thought that this was an interesting example. A fiberglass pool company attributes 1.7 million in sales to just one article ranked number one on Google. Okay, um, it's a fiberglass pool company. I wouldn't think that there would be that many people out there that are that interested in reading articles about fiberglass pools. But $1.7 million in sales. That's the power of having good content out on the internet. According to HubSpot, again, the software company that I mentioned earlier, businesses that blog on a regular basis, so publish content on a blog on a regular basis, have 55% more traffic than businesses that don't. So content really is powerful. And here's that chart just to show you again from HubSpot, showing that 55% more website visitors for companies that blog. All right, so let's talk about creating content. One of the most interesting and popular ways right now of creating content is what's called an infographic. Okay, an infographic is a little visual here that communicates a lot of information and oftentimes data about a particular topic. So you can see this one is the benefits of cycling, health and community. And of course, they could have just written an article about the benefits of cycling. But look, what they did here was they created something that I think is much, much, much more compelling because of its visual nature, right? It tells the same story, but instead of just being a whole bunch of text, it's very image intensive. It's brief, right? It's small. I can get all this content just in one, glance. So it's really compelling, and you'll start to see these infographics everywhere for every type of business. They're really neat. They're really professional looking when they're designed well. They really communicate some instant credibility. They have that visual appeal. And maybe most important for you, they tend to get shared like crazy. People will post these up on their Facebook page or up on Pinterest or whatever it is and pass them around to their friends at huge, huge volumes. So infographics can be a really, really cool tool for you. And I know if you're like me, you're probably looking at this thinking, going, man, I'd have to be an artist to create something like this. But there are people that can help you create these pretty quickly and easily at very affordable rates. And there are also now some little software tools out there that can help you make these very easily and quickly. So don't be intimidated if you're not an artist, all right? So best practices for content. One, show off what you know, okay? Everybody, you've got expertise in something in your business, right? You know more about your products and services than the typical person out there. So write about that. Share your valuable knowledge about your products and services, about how they can be used, about how they can impact your customers, right? Be authentic. Write about it. Take pictures, create videos, create infographics, demonstrate what you know to your audience out there. That's really what it's all about. Just be authentic and create content about what you know. Okay. Number two, answer popular questions, right? You know from interacting with your prospects and customers that there are very common questions out there that get asked about your products and services over and over again. Well, create content to answer those questions. Because if people have those questions, they're out searching online for answers to those questions, and you want to be there with a piece of content to answer it for them. Okay? And then next, share the wealth. Make sure that you're using the power of social media and social sharing buttons to get your content spread to as many people as quickly as possible, right? You've got to make it easy. So include the social sharing buttons right there on the content to make it super easy for people to share. All right? So that's some best practices for content. And that brings us to the end of our 7. So we went through videos, the Every Door direct mail program from the Postal Service, Facebook ads, mobile search ads, Facebook contests, daily deal sites such as Groupon and